Hi guys, Scatlink here. Welcome to my modding showcasing sub-series, Hats Off to You, a series of which we try out community-created hats, costumes, functions, singular levels, full chapters, or time rifts created by the Hat in Time fan community via the Steam Workshop. This will also include any challenge roads of which will have their own video dedicated to earning ourselves a trophy, of which would otherwise be permanently missed. The curse has come and gone, but the roads will always change. We're on our way. We're back with another challenge road. We have finished with Vanessa's curse, and, well, we're decked out with some sweet swag. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing our next challenge road with this. Instead, we have a new costume I want to show off. A mod with an excellently made thumbnail. The marine biologist by The Spy is predictable. It's like straight out of Team Fortress 2. A PhD in marine biology and time rift jumping. Back into the time rifts we go. The mod includes one costume, one hat flare for Kid's hat, and one weapon. The costume is a lab coat with an animated Earth emblem on the shoulder, and also includes a floating jellyfish to follow you around. The hat flare is a pair of glasses to match the lab coat, and the weapon is another stun baton for self-defense and to stop the mafia from bullying the seals. A collection of cosmetics for the Hat in Time 2022 mod jam themed Ocean Exploration, which was actually the previous mod jam before the current one, which we could earn timepieces for in order to get a sticker. Credits for the costume, hat flare, weapon, and jellyfishes. That's from The Spy is predictable. Various PBR textures used originate from Ambient CG, and the code for the follow actor was from Star Blaster 64. It was about time we sent a team of professionals to explore the planet's vast amount of aquatic life forms. Oh yeah, keep an eye out for any timepieces as well. They're also important. Seal, S-E-A-L, wants to know where they all keep coming from since they cause temporary time anchors at the sea. Alright then. So this is the design, and yes, this is an actual follower. It's not attached to us, it follows our every move. Which is kind of cool, actually. Also, I didn't realise I can interact with this ball up here. Just saw that. When did that get put there? But yeah, we got the glasses, which is Hat Kid's hat, and we got ourselves a stun baton, which seems to make a little clingy noise. But yeah, we look quite professional, which is perfect, actually, because we're doing a double time rift jump. We have created DLC Immersion and timepieces, which is a blue time rift. And even though it's a 2-level challenge road, created DLC is not only tough, but quite long. Timepieces are a little bit more chill and a little bit shorter, so you can see where most of our time is going to be spent. I don't even have a token, okay. Oh, fancy menu. Create a DLC Immersion. It actually looks like a DLC. You stared too long at the Create a DLC menu, and now you're trapped in it. Due to a brand new game dodecahedron update, it now features tons of discs. Discs that can launch you. Blocks filled with homebrew water. A spider and their child destruction? Anyway, it's probably good to escape before you get turned into DLC and become part of your game console. You won't need any created DLC like Vanessa's Curse. Additionally, this is not actual DLC. Special thanks to Sandwich Driving 101, who joined us for Vanessa's Curse, actually. Brack/Mouth, I Love Bagels, and Hatlag for playtesting. We haven't actually encountered any of those creators, but we might at some point. Nothing else, but what's with the configure? Disk tick optimization. If disabled, these make disks significantly less efficient and can decrease performance, but can fix disk freezing in certain areas. So, yeah, I'm guessing because of certain parameters, if your game isn't running smoothly, you might have to break them in order to work a bit better. I don't know, because apparently with optimization off, they work even worse. I'm not too sure, but I don't mess with any of that. I just leave them on. And we can actually access credits for this. One final message, dear reader. Eat fruit, signed Gent God. That's right, Gent God made this mod. And it doesn't say it anymore on this screen, unless I went on to view the Steam Workshop. But yeah, Gent God is back. from the Moustache Girl makes a rift that I couldn't beat because the time rift at the end really screwed me over. But that's not the only level. We also have Timepieces by Catcube, another returning creator. Use timepiece platforms to launch into the air. Your time stop hat to slow the flow of clocks in your path, and time portals to travel short distances. Basically like Portal. Can you keep your flow when trying to reach the top of this timepiece-themed rift? Quick little rift I was working on about a year ago, though I never had any ideas for gameplay until this jam rolled around. This was made for the 15th jam with the theme time travel. Even though it's not actual time travel, it's using timepieces to travel around the time rift, as well as time rifts within the rift to teleport. It's pretty interesting. So, we've got a long one ahead of us, and I don't have any tokens spare, so there's not going to be anything after this. We're just going to be hopping straight in, and let's see how we fare. It's really easy to die in this level. Thankfully, this is the level I would probably die in. Wait, did it... What's just happened? Did it not load properly? Nope, we are definitely in the mod level. None of our characters are around. All the doors are locked. Bit weird. Can't check any of our displays, although they are accurate. 9965, that's what I have, right? Yep. We can still check these. Bit interesting. Oh, for a second there, the mail wasn't moving. Can we go back up here? We can! Ah, but we can't talk to you, though. Bit awkward. Whee! Okay, enough messing around. Let's actually go play our dodecahedron. Actually, do you hold anything? Oh! Okay, I did not know that was in there. We have an additional yarn. Sprint hat yarn. But it was hidden inside the Rumby. Do you hold any other secrets? I'm not going to grab it, obviously. I want to keep my yarn count the same. But it's good to know that that was actually a thing. I didn't think to check that in my practice on my own personal file. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, there was one thing that I forgot. Go back. We're fine. Okay, we can't actually use that. I mean, I don't have the tokens for it anyway, as you can tell. But yeah, we're good. Alright, let's get into this menu. Creator DLC! Let's have a look at... Oh, well, that's not the menu I was after. What's going on? Back to the game. Oh, dear! Looks like accessing the mod workshop through big picture mode sent us into the mod itself. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Hat Kid. And it's gonna be difficult. So I do have the, wait, hang on a minute. I don't think I did that right. Nope, because I've got a wall climb here. This level is long, and it's quite themed similar to a secret level of Super Mario Sunshine, which, funnily enough, is what the blue time rifts normally are themed afterwards anyway. But looking at the background, you really do get that kind of feeling, because, like, you got the dodecahedron in the background there, you got a bunch of different discs, you got Vanessa's Curse, I can't tell where that one is in focus, Yakuza Metro, the Immersion DLC disc, Murder on the Hour Express right there, even the Hacking Time disc itself. And we're about to start jumping onto some discs. We're fighting some currents. And if you stay on these things for too long, they do build up speed. And they can send you off if they go too fast. So be careful. Also, a lot of things don't seem to be rendering properly in here. And I'm having trouble jumping over these things. Thankfully, we got some... heart ponds here, so we should be able to get some health. Kill the invisible enemy. Grab the heart pond. The big parade. The lost catnip. I think that might be a mod that I haven't played before. So yeah, all of these are actually themed off of either existing mods or DLC. That disc has generated a hook disc. What does that mean? That means we can hook it. It has the properties of a hook. And this music sounds pretty awesome. It's basically the mod menu remixed. Oh, ah. There we go. Now to Metro. And we have a checkpoint screen. Pretty nifty. How much further we gotta go? We might have to escape this place before things go kaplutski. Just keep climbing. I think this is actually where I failed the most, actually. Get into the water here. Actually, I'm going to do some sprint jumps, because it's easier to fight it then. Thankfully, we don't go into a swimming motion. Oh boy, yeah, you can't run against the current, but it does give you massive, massive speed boosts. So you might want to be careful. A disc of train rush. Okay, so that disc has now spawned. Looks like stepping on certain discs. The thing on the ceiling, that's it. Also, there are shots being fired on top of that disc. By touching certain discs, other platforms and stuff within this space load in. It's like adding stuff to RAM. Touch Vanessa's Curse. We have a massive Immersion disc to jump off of. And, oh, whoops. I got caught on the underside. That's fine. I'll heal up. And we'll get back up there. Got a lot of these water cubes. Apparently this is supposed to be for the homebrew effect. Which, considering what we're seeing right now, seems quite homebrew because, you know, mods and stuff. Basically what homebrew is. Which I think is quite thematic, actually, making that work in with the dodecahedron. Because, I mean, you would have to mod your game console in order to... Or have, like, an EverDrive or something to run stuff you're not supposed to. Right, so we'll jump on this big disc. These discs will begin to explode. And start to also glitch out. So you want to be quick. Buffet. Don't know what that is. Forcibly makes the time rift. That's the level we were on about before. Made by Jint God as well. Right, what I want to do here is get in between two blocks here and climb on top of these. Because as I said, these discs are exploding. And once they explode, they become intangible for a moment until they regenerate. Like that. And they're back. Right, so what we want to do is blow open the middle one of these. And I'm not going to lie, I'm glad I practiced this one, because this is a very complicated level. Oh, don't land there. Thank God for the no fall badge. Oh, whoops. There we go. Kind of went out of the stream of bubbles there. What have we got going on here? Actually, we might be able to do a spin. I just remembered. Jint God? What the hell's going on here? 5-10 step to exhaustion due to sidework guard collapsing you. What? Oh, of all these 60 phone calls for car protection companies are so annoying to deal with. So you're saying that I caused the car accident, not my stuff? You're a jerk. I'll call you back later. Oh, hi. I'm Jint God. I'm trying to hide from the police after causing a major car accident on I don't even know at this point. Wait, did I just leak my location? I hope not. I think it has something to do with all the junk I've been carrying around, particularly some of my new stuff I didn't have time to secure or make less deadly. What new stuff? I see you haven't heard. Well, I was going on a road trip with nobody else, and I just left Game Jam Generic Town. On my way to who knows what, I stopped on the side of the road and worked on a few things, such as a thing kind of Tim riff and a question word. I decided to start another Tim riff, but some random moustache lady stole it to plot and trapped some random purple girl. The moustache girl mod that we did recently? The time rift? Is that what you mean? I ran around to steal it back, but in the end I helped her finish the Tim riff and trap a little girl with a pot of boiling water. The riff started to fall apart, so I escaped before it got hurt. I started driving again, stopped to get the paper, and saw a little headline in the corner. Hell map left unfinished by some people, copies made, but they broke. How the peck did anyone see the Tim riff? Anyway, I continued to drive for a bit and started to work on another Tim riff that kind of looks similar to this one. Got another paper and saw another headline, free Jackbox at some game developer's office. Jackbox games? I had no idea what it meant, but I had to go anyway, so I did a quick C-turn toward the office. What do you mean U-turn? I arrived and we boarded a jack bus that would head toward the whole bunch of Bilks buildings filled with jacks. Confusing, isn't that? All sorts of things happen, such as an encounter with a godly being, a wheel, an animation class, job interviews, t-shirt battle royales, polls, etc. Tim, the Time Lord? I performed very poorly, so I stormed off in my car before the non-existent mob could come and tear me apart. And stuff that I had just felt like duplicating, and it caused a 40-car pile-up. Here I am today, trying to hide from the police. I don't seem to be doing a really good job, buddy. Is there anything else I could do for you? How do I launch? If you're going to launch from that disc over there, you can launch by jumping when it's spinning at its max speed. You can tell if there's a wind and a red arrow. Make sure that the arrow is pointing in the direction you want. Don't jump if the arrow is pointing toward the void, or me, or anything else that's not your target. If the arrow is moving too fast for you, you can use that green clock widow hat thingy to make it easier to time. However, try to launch yourself without slowing down time. You might encounter a disc that won't slow down at all, even if you use your hat. That's all I got for launching discs. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more garbage tutorials. Other than that, is there anything else I can do for you? Tutorial Gent God's new things. Sure. Oh yeah, my new stuff. Oh, it's the same story, but now it has a title. Oh, whoops, I just went into it again. I got Kaborage bored. And the noise of all this carnage is absolutely insane and annoying on the ears. Alright, goodbye then. Goodbye then. I hope you can find that important object you desperately need. With that said, you should get out of here before you blow my cover. Thank goodness that the police haven't found my... Well, we just got one shot. How did the police manage to find my past criticism? I mean... Ow! Gent God unfortunately can't respond because he just got squished or arrested. Please check back later. What a weird scenario with the creator right there. He had to go off on a massive story, and when I read that for the first time, I just couldn't stop chuckling. Obviously, it would have been nice to have my actual original reactions, but at the same time, I need to get the trophy on my own personal file, so I use it for practice. Yeah, this is the one he was on about, and this is the one I was on about. We did this one, and it seems to be what happened beforehand. I think when he was talking about Jackbox, I think there was like a community game day live stream with Elegant Saria, the main spearhead of the Hack Tub community on the Discord. And I think they were doing Jackbox games. So he was actually talking about basically all of the community days leading up to that. Also, Ice Gent God. Can we get like a flare hat where it turns us into this? But funnily enough, all of this carnage, including a working, functioning restaurant in this burning hellscape, is available. So we can actually heal if we need to, but the first disc that we fall off of here won't actually give us any damage. The first one is a tutorial. However, we do want to actually try and navigate this hellscape. I slipped. I actually want to get on top of that train. Because, yeah, as I was about to say before we talked to Gent God there, I can actually do a spin at the end of this, because I will have 3 tokens, even though I have 0. So if I make my way up here on this train, onto the chimney stack here, and here, I can get inside the actual funnel. And there's just a token sitting right here, and it's the only token in the level. So there's 1 token and 1 yarn in this level. Now let's get out of here before we burn. Then again, there's a lot of water around here, so we should be able to cool off. Ah, I'm slipping. At least we get pushed into the carnage, and we don't get hit. Alright, so, we don't have any damage taken, which is nice. And if you've played any of the Harry Potter games on PS2 at least, yeah, we basically do denoming with ourselves and launch ourselves. It doesn't matter how fast it's actually spinning, that just determines how fast the arrow spins. Press A to launch yourself, and yeah, you want to launch yourself while pushing in that direction to get the most speed out of it. I went long there, unfortunately I didn't make it. I shouldn't take damage here, I do not, because it's the first few discs. That disc, the second one there, glowed green. That won't be able to be slowed down with the time stop hat, but I try to do all these without the time stop hat, because if you try to jump while the time stop hat is still active, you won't get launched very far because it's slowed down. There we are. So we just got to do a lot of momentum-based platforming in order to get out, and this is basically the 3rd waypoint, I'd like to say. Because it gets much more difficult from here on out. Also, I want to have the brewing hat ready. So I don't really need the sprint hat. Going up. It's always good to look up and above before you do any jumps with these discs, just in case they do send you up, because then you know where you're going. Also, there's nothing on top of that boat. As far as I'm aware, I didn't find anything. I wasn't even able to get up there, so... Ow! Okay, I'm having a bit of trouble here. Moving! I'm getting comboed. Not helpful. Bubbles. Made it. There's a hook over there, so we'll take that. Could use some health, but unfortunately there isn't any around here. Right, so we ride these bubbles up, and then we can basically skip most of this platforming by getting to the other side. Ride these bubbles up. I had to move a little bit forward. I missed the bubble. I don't actually like these being bubbles, because it's harder to see where they are than balloons with a bit of shading on them. If I stretch this out... Safe! There we go. And that also makes a platform at the end over there, which I guess launches us back over here, so we don't have to use the bubbles. I'd never actually had to go do that segment again. Let me have a look here quickly. Okay, we're good. This disc is green. It may not look it, but that's a dweller disc. We will need to use our dweller mask in order to actually use this disc. Although, I think this one... Yeah, this one's not solid. We have to make it solid, and then use it while it's solid. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to activate that. But that's a good thing that you can actually do. Activate a disc by landing on it, and then hop off of it before the arrow shows up, or before it flings you, so you can actually see where it will launch you. And we've got 3 areas to go, and got to take out a few enemies while doing so. Also, I like that blue label that's on these discs, if I can... Oh, it's actually not on this disc. But on that disc, that blue label, it actually says fragile, but it reminds me of, like, the old Hasbro logo that you see on those discs. Do that. There we go. Up here. Smack these things with our research defense stick. I never actually showed the descriptions of those, but it's fine. Whoa! That's not where I want to go. I should have just turned the camera where I needed to jump. That would have made much more sense. In fact, the disc has got like a little red edge, which is where the arrow would be. So you know which way that the arrow, where the arrow is going to appear when it's spinning. I actually footstooled that guy and killed him. That was very useful. Right, so far we've been going smoothly enough, but I would like a little bit more health, honestly. But if I lose any lives here, I'd rather it be on this level. When the lazy poor gang are easier to deal with because they're actually outlined and not invisible. Interesting. Where are we going? That direction, big disc. Let's see where the big parade will take us. Moustache Girl makes a force... Actually, I think the disc's randomized. I swear that was like a different disc. Well, I went long on that one and didn't make it because I timed it incorrectly. I should be fine. End launch. Like where you would find a PS2 logo on the discs. Or Xbox logo. I don't know. I will say, though, they made these discs really well... oh, God. Okay, that's pretty bad. This ain't going to explode, is it? Okay, it doesn't. Nice. That gives me a little bit more of a chance. The problem is, by jumping, if you land on the disc again, it will start to spin again. So, that could be a little bit annoying. There we go. We sail. I didn't jump high enough! And you can't grab the edge of the disc either. But what I was trying to say about the discs is how circular they are. They are really well modelled. Oh yeah, this music's playing because we're where Gent God is. I actually told him again. I can do it, but I'm not going to. Oh, right. This was the actual checkpoint. I had mercy checkpoints, but this is a proper checkpoint. I got to get back to where I was. Hopefully that shouldn't be too bad. I'm not actually going to cut any of this out for now. I'm leaving it all in because this is a difficult level and getting the timing down is very useful. Thankfully I can go long on that one and still make it. I like how it actually gives you the splash screen tutorial on use your time stop hat to make it easy to time on the disc that you can't use it on because it's sparkling green. Because if it's sparkling green, you can't do it. Kinda weird. Also, you notice that the physics of the disc allowing you to be launched only works if there's actually an arrow present. That arrow means everything, not the actual speed of the disc. Oh, really? I jumped over one and went underneath the next. Well, I took damage on that, so I can at least grab this health. Okay, I'll probably start speeding up now, honestly. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, I'm stuck in between the wave and the box, and I couldn't jump for a second. Okay, not too sure what happened there. I panicked. I panicked hardcore. Okay, I thought I softlocked for a moment there, because I did kill them both, but the other one didn't register as dying for a moment, and that kind of spooked me, but now we're back up to where we were. Pretty much. Am I going again? This way. Ah! God damn it, man! Ow! Wow. I jumped, but the top one respawned and locked me in. Oh! I stopped myself too early that time! Really? I thought I was going to overshoot it, but I undershot it. There we go. Now I made it. Let's do this again. I can make that. Checkpoint! There we go. Okay, now we're back on pace. That was a little bit of an annoyance. I think, yeah, all of that had to be redone. That sent me back quite a ways. But I think we're on the final third now, if you can believe it. No, actually, no. Wait, are we? Yeah, we're on the final third, because this happens. Thankfully, the first time you do that is sequenced, but not any other time. Once you get this cutscene once, you won't get it again. So we got to be careful. Everything is flooding now. That can't be good for technology. Then again, we're inside, so I don't know. Can I recover from that? I can, if I jump back quick enough. Because remember, your lunge cancels all momentum. The double jump carries it. Right, this is a little bit annoying. We need to get on top of this box. But you got a double jump over this way, double jump lunge cancel onto this one, and then you can bounce with that disc to get up. That's the one I need. I'm a scientist with a lamp on my head. What does that tell you about my life? Right, we got a platform in the middle here, one disc that is going to be blue dwellered into basically nothing. What we need to do is launch ourselves at the right time in the general direction so we can land on it and quickly make our way to this disc. If you don't press a button, this disc stays. It doesn't explode, thankfully. So you can wait until it's ready. Well, this is a perfect disc, actually. That's pretty cool. So I can jump to reset it, and then I can try and launch myself straight on. Try to ride the momentum. There we go. I wall jumped and hit one of the bubbles, which launched me up, which is really good. We have options here. We can try to use those two discs, or we could just use these bubbles. But there is a gap. So we got to be careful with these. As soon as you bounce on one, double jump without moving, and you'll go straight up. Now, this is tricky. The thing on the ceiling, if we look through the middle of this disc, we can see there's a hookshot target. What we need to do is, right before we launch ourselves, is activate the dweller mask so we launch ourselves forward. Like that. That work. Well, it would have worked if I hookshotted it. I did not. I was pressing the button, so I got a bit unfortunate there. Thankfully, we respawn right here. Yeah, I'll go for a lunge for, like, extra security on my jumps. Now, I want to go time stop for this, because I don't actually know if these particular discs will disappear, but obviously the spinning could mess us up. So by slowing the discs down, we'll be able to get through a lot quicker. This is annoying. There's, if I get the camera right, there's 3 discs stacked on top of each other. The top one is a blue dweller, and obviously if we make that one intangible with our hats, because it's solid, the green becomes solid. And we got to somehow get onto the bottom one without both of them stopping us from jumping up and springing us up. You can try to finagle it, because I have tried that before, but what you really should be doing is jump into this disc, and it won't spin you too fast. You can whack that, they both become intangible, you can launch yourself up, and even though there's a TV here, I believe this is technically a checkpoint, it's not a permanent one. This doesn't even say DLC, so things aren't looking too good. The music's also getting a lot more creepier, it sounds. That spawned something. It didn't spawn anything, it got rid of the TV. Not good. That's also intangible. Alright, let's try this again. That'll work. There we are. Saved it. Right, bubbles go straight up. Got to launch ourselves over in that direction. Music's getting more hectic. We gotta leave before we become one with the machine. Get on the buffet disc. Double jump lunge over the cannonballs. The cannons are a little off center here, but it's fine. What we got to do with this one is a bit awkward. We got to jump onto the disc, jump off of it, and then fight against the current until the red arrow shows itself without dying. And then, no! It hit me right when I bounced with the red arrow! That's the worst thing that can happen. Yeah, there's no point trying to stay on the disc, because you're going to get hit by the balls that it's shooting on that disc. Oh, it sent me all the way back to the beginning of this segment. Well. See you in a bit. There we are! That's probably another one of the most difficult parts of the level, honestly. But we're almost at the end now. I need the brewing hat. No, actually, I'm going to play it safe here and slow down time right there so I can jump through safely, then get the brewing hat. Unfortunately, I've got to wait for it to recharge for quite a while. The last hat I used was time stop. There we go. Let's have a look at where we got to go. It's back the way we came. So we're going to have to hope to God that we get this without hitting any of the balls. But if we do nail it, we can actually skip all the platforming and go straight to the top there. And that's what I want. Bring it around town. Land on this disc. There we go. Skipped all of the platforming to climb up this particular part of the level. We are almost done. Right, now I need to use the time stop hat to get rid of this top disc so I can reach that hookshot target. Like so. And then we have a red dweller making a green platform, well, a green disc, intangible, even if we use our dweller mask. So we need to do that, either or. Oh, sugar! No! I thought that launched me! Oh. Wait, no, I don't want to do that, actually. I was about to say, that platform obviously allows us to get across, but we'll have to platform all the way up. Oh, do I want to do that now? I'm going to use this one again. I'd prefer it. Oh, clean! That's what I like to see. Right, let's try this again. This one's straight up. I know the mistake that I made last time. This one. Oh, why did I deactivate it? That was my own fault. One more hit and I'm basically dead. Nope, wrong time. Oh, the pressure's on now. There's no more heart ponds around here, is there? No. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay. That is well off. Can I make it? No. No! I missed everything! I think that's game. Yep, that's game. Oh, I gotta do all that again. No! That didn't happen in practice. I was near the end.
Now I gotta go back and do all this shit again.
Oh, shit. I think I broke my game because I just went straight in. I just hit the button twice. And, yeah, there shouldn't be anything in the menu because that should have taken me to the mod workshop. Uh-oh. Or what? Oh my god, it actually chucked me into Vanessa's Curse. What? So it does actually use the mod DLC menu. That's not what I meant to do. Let's return to hub. I was definitely in the mod there. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so when playing this challenge road, when you're checking the actual create a DLC menu, Vanessa's Curse is hidden, but if you mash the button, you can get straight into it and leave the challenge road. I'm actually in online right now. I need to turn that off. Turn it on, then turn it off, because when you enter Vanessa's Curse, it chucks you into a random lobby, even if your settings are turned off. Bit weird, but I'm gonna have to come back up here now in order to get back into it, because I have never experienced that before. That's interesting. Try that again, and this time not mash and go fast. Right, I've got an extra harp on here in case I need it. We've got these jumps again. We're finally back. I did actually get here a pretty good time, honestly. Right, let's not cock this up this time. Oh boy. Putting it close on that one. Right, gotta go for this bubble. Activate. And jump up immediately. That's what I cocked up on. That's what made me lose. And if you would believe it, we still got more level. Yeah, we're not done yet. Alright, both these discs do the same thing. We just got to launch ourselves forward. That will do. Now, only one of these wave areas actually have cannonballs for us to worry about. The others don't, and it's literally this one. However, as long as you stay on the left or right, you will be fine. I'm actually going to go on the other side here just so I can line myself up with the bubbles. There we are. Ride them up. Climb up. There we are. That's good. They do get faster and faster, though. The waves get more and more intense. Thankfully, we are able to fight them off in a doable manner. And that's the last disc. What we need to do is get a bit of momentum and jump along with the bubbles. Double jump. Do not land in the hole. And now we have got a bit of a brew on our hands. A battle is surely loading as everyone renders in. Not properly, obviously. But the disc does spin faster and faster. Now, I never actually reached the end of this disc's spin cycle. But we do know that obviously some discs do explode after a certain amount of time, and some of these bubbles are actually heals, which is nice. I'm gonna put my time stop hat on, unless I land on fire. That's actually scaring me. Wait, stop. You can see that the wind is building. Yeah, I believe this disc will actually explode if it runs out of its spin cycle. So we're technically under a time limit. Oh, please give me health. Good, I got 1 health at least. That's something. Right, we'll slow down time and whack all these birds. Those 2 enemies are dweller enemies, so I need to swap to the dweller mask so I can smack them. And that should be it. There's our platform. Launch yourselves in this direction. I did it a bit too early. No! I needed to just use my hook shot and I couldn't use it at that point. Thankfully, this is still here. Do you want to regenerate, please? Thank you. Need to aim for that little purple area there. I think it always launches us toward that, actually. I don't think I did that correctly. But once we hookshot this zipline, it looks far enough away still after all that platforming, but we are heading straight to our TV screen. We're getting the heck out of this place. With only 1 wedge to spare, but at least on this attempt, didn't lose a single life, which I'm pretty chuffed about. It's a very difficult, very long level, but it's fair and interesting and pretty cool. Oh, that water's real, apparently. Ah! Okay, we'll take it. Not ideal. How the hell did the console get up here, unplugged, still working, when it was down there originally with the TV? Do you think we should open, like, the door in the window to let all the water out into space? That might work. It's your game dodecahedron. Inject the disc that inside? Sure, it's caused us enough damage. Oh! I don't think that texture is correct. It's because it's, you know, obviously the timepiece for this level, but it's a disc, it's probably textured, and the texture's broken because it's gone all snatchified. No, get out of the water, I don't want to be drowning, please. Let's grab that, and head to the next level. And I've got to play that again to see if it even gives me a roulette. And that's what the disc actually looks like. Oh wow, a timepiece! That makes a lot more sense, but it won't even like that purpley. You might want to design a unique texture for that, my guy. And it is actually considered a blue time rift. I thought I already collected that before. Oh, come on, give me that die. It's literally sitting right there. Oh, for feck's sake. Alright. Still not covering the Sonic stuff yet. Stuff on the other direct hasn't happened yet. Speaking of timepieces, very nice and serene, like when we reveal a timepiece. There's nothing but timepieces. We're in a time rift of where timepieces rule all. Got some cookies. Flattened timepieces. When HackKid flashes, press the jump button to get launched in the air. Oh, they've warped. But they give us a little bit of extra height if we press the jump button at the right time when we're ascending to get a bit of extra distance. That's the gimmick for this level. It's like we collected the disc. The disc was a reconstituted timepiece, which is what made the console go haywire. And now that we've grabbed the disc, well, it's energized. We can now enter the disc and recover the timepiece that it's made out of. These clocks, doesn't matter if they're green or red, use the time stop hat to stop them from spinning so you can jump right through them. It involves timing your jumps, as well as timing the time stop hat. It's required, unless you can avoid them, which at some instances you can do. Some hook-shotable targets here. We've got some clock hands with the hooks, just ticking away above us. Don't really need to worry about that clock, it seems. Don't even need the cookie. Good enough. Just going to do that to get through it. I'm not going to chance trying to go around. Got another checkpoint with tons of health. Plenty of heart ponds. I really like how creators actually leave 3 heart ponds at every checkpoint. That's really considerate. I've noticed that a lot with the with a lot of the Death Wish levels. Even Pink Sunrise did do that, although you take way too much damage for it to actually be useful. It just prolongs the death because I feel like that's still a bit... It's built a bit too hard for most people, in my opinion. Right, so from here, what we can do is double jump, lunge, and actually stand on top of these, which is intended because they have got ponds on top. The cookie above here, so we can hop, skip, and a jump across, skipping basically all the platforming. We will have to hook shot these. I did press X. That was close. Wouldn't have been that bad, honestly. Get up here. We're in the right gear for this as well. It's like we're going through double timepieces. And we've got a lot of research to do because now we're dealing with Portal. We've got these rifts and they're connected by lines. Your momentum carries through. So if you jump into one, don't double jump into one. Save the double jump for when you pop out so you can do another jump to actually get yourself positioned. Otherwise you'll go into a free fall. That is something you need to remember because I've seen in the comments that a lot of people didn't realise that was the case. Here's a demonstration. If I were to double jump, I drop immediately. However, if I single jump, I can double jump afterwards. That's probably the safest time to actually practice that, because now we're going to need to think on our toes. As you saw there, we jumped with the timepieces elongation, launched us into a rift after timing our jump, and our jump's momentum ever so slightly carried on after popping out of a portal, so that we were able to float onto this platform without using our double jump. Now things get a little bit crazy. We've got time stop clocks, timepieces, as well as portals to deal with. But what was I doing there? I honestly do not know what I did there. I just kind of didn't do anything. What I meant to do was look up, because I actually forgot where I needed to go for a moment. But then I realised, I'm going to die, and then I just didn't have anywhere to jump to. Problem is, we don't have a lot of time to actually think, because we're just going. And the cookie was right in front of me, so if I just kept moving forward, I would have been fine. There we are. Didn't even need to change the camera, that was my own folly, but it's fine. Checkpoints very close together this time. But now we need to actually think about it, because look, we got daisy chain portals, we're going to hop out of one to go into another one to go over there. The cookie gives us a bit of breathing room, but then we use that timepiece to launch ourselves back into this portal so we can climb on the block. Because we're not going to have enough height jumping out of the portal otherwise. There we go. Right, so next up, we've got a cookie, clock, and we can take a little bit of a breather on the spinny platform. Okay, I'm not too sure what happened there, and I had way too much momentum. It really is Portal. Jump. Double jump. I somehow drifted. I was pulling back, and I continued to go forward. I double jumped into that. That was a mistake. Wow, that was... What am I doing? I just completely threw off my groove because of that drift. And that time I didn't even land in the portal. Okay, this didn't happen in practice. What's going on? There we go. Okay. Right, okay. So, I want to keep the camera in this direction, because the camera also stays in the direction that you had it when you jump into a portal. So that's what we wanted to do. Forgot about that little tidbit. Right, so as you can see, there are some cookies in that direction, so we want to turn the camera in this direction, and then loop around. We can skip a little bit by doing that. And by keeping the camera in that direction, we can actually see what we're doing. And we're almost at the end now. It's quite high up, but you can see that we basically got a daisy chain with cookies. So we have a little bit of breathing room, but they are right after the cookies. So, jump into it, and jump again. Jump. Jump again. Jump. Jump again. Onto the timepiece. Jump up. Momentum. Onto this platform. Where we got to go from here? We got hooks. That's fine. Make our way across to the timepiece. Launch ourselves up. And couldn't hookshot anything until after I couldn't do it. As it went ping, I was pressing X and nothing happened. I couldn't save myself. Let me wait a moment. I've got to wait for the cookies to respawn. Alright, this time I'm going to push forward after doing this jump, just to be on the safe side. Where are the hooks? I'm not hook-shotting! I know they spin, but I thought they would be close enough no matter where you jump, but apparently not. I don't normally have that problem either. I'm having problems I don't normally have. Let me take a moment. Okay, so... do this now. I want to head backwards on myself. There we go. I mean, I guess heading backwards would also be a smarter move because there's platforms I could land on. But I guess I was just being a bit shilly. Right. And there we are! We've done it. A little bit of trouble there, but I didn't actually die and I still had lives. All we have is one final jump into the timepiece. And jobs are good. I say, and I failed the last bloody jump. Well, that's just pecking typical of me, innit? We did it. Research complete. And we get a spin. Because I did say it was a blue rift. I'm probably going to get another spin as well. That's more... I don't actually think I have anything that's unique that's not part of other... Well, actually, no. There is that die up there. Can I get that, please? So, Space Paranoids. Okay, I guess we'll have a look at that later. And I get another spin because I had to go through it. Seriously, I'm up to an hour and a half in recording right now. Ooh, this has been a long one. And it's going to be cut down significantly, I would assume, because of all the speed ups. Come on, stop giving me the Sonic Pack stuff. I've only got that installed because I haven't got around to covering it yet for obvious reasons. There we go, finally. I think that might be the last one. And there we are, we have another challenge road complete once again. A little bit late to the party on this time, but considering that they go on for like about a month at this point, before a new one comes along, I had to edit my last two Vanessa's Curse live streams in order to get those two videos done. It ended up being 3 instead of 2, because the montage was a bit longer than I thought, but then again it was 2 3-hour live streams, crunched down into 40 minutes. So that would be the reason for that. But... you know what, just because why not, maybe it didn't load everything, I will use the last 3 tokens right now, because it'll be incredibly quick. That's Sonic. There is another die, actually, so I will re-roll and try to get that. Not you, even though you are a fan favourite. Yes! Look at that! Got the lime hair die. Yeah, we're getting all the hair dyes that we've been kind of putting off, and that is a very nice green, actually. We had the blue, didn't see it that often, but we got green. Kind of a very Sane from Toho. In fact, we have Toho related costumes, actually, saying that. I don't think we had anything related to Sane. As far as I'm aware, this hasn't been updated to cover the recent challenge roads, play compilations, mods. How far does it go up to? Still only up to 24. So it's almost... yeah. It's 6 challenge roads behind at the moment. No, it's 8 challenge roads behind, excuse me. So, a big Yoshi Master needs to update this mod at some point. Still useful, but needs an update. So, good thing I've been on the ball with the challenge roads still, because even though they are a month apart, they haven't been updated, so you can't exactly play them whenever you want to, which is why I don't rely on it. It's just nice to have. But... we'll see you guys next time for any other mods that we cover. Anything on the channel as well. Or once the next modding DLC releases, whenever that will be. See you guys next time.